Welcome back to my channel. I am so excited for today's video because we are going to be talking all about supplements. I know that supplements are such a confusing topic when it comes to the fitness and the health industry. There's so many things about whether you should be taking them, whether you shouldn't be taking them, pros and cons of taking them. So I'm going to break all of that down today. I'm going to tell you why I started taking supplements, the types that I take, a couple that I don't take, and then just any questions that you guys ask me on my Instagram about supplements. So without further ado, let's just jump right into it. I have been regularly exercising and lifting for about probably 2.5 years now. And during that time period, I was super against supplements. I never in a million years thought that I would be the type of person who would ever take a supplement. One of the biggest reasons that I felt this way is because it's not FDA regulated. No supplements are. So the FDA is the Food and Drug Association, and they pretty much approve every single thing that you put into your body. So when you read an ingredient list on a product, you can guarantee if it's regulated by the FDA that that is what is in that product. They're not lying to you about what's in it, nothing like that. The biggest issue with supplements is that they're not regulated by the FDA. So that means that hypothetically, a company could be putting anything that they want into a supplement. They could tell you that it has this, and this in it, when it really is just a bunch of sugar and a bunch of caffeine, and that's it. It has no benefits at all. So that was one of the biggest reasons that I decided for a long time to not take it. I started taking supplements about 2 or 3 months ago, and truly I have loved every single second that I started to take it. The biggest thing that I have to tell you, no matter what, when you start taking supplements, is to do your research. Do your research on the company that you want to start taking supplements from, but also do your research on that specific supplement, because you might be the type of person that doesn't need this, and this supplement, but you may need that one over there. So I would really recommend to do your research on not only the company that you're going to be buying supplements from, and making sure they're a good and reputable company that you can trust, that they're not going to lie about anything that they're putting into your products, because like I said, they could. So just make sure that you trust the company that you're buying stuff from. Make sure that you've heard of people that have used their products and see what their responses are. Make sure you read their reviews. But not only just that, make sure that you're reading what the product is about, because I know that that can be confusing, all the different names of products. Read what the descriptions are for all of them and see if that would best suit you. So I wanted to dive into some of the products that I am currently taking. So I take 3 products every single day that I work out. So the company that I decided to go with and that I found that I have absolutely loved and would recommend to literally anyone is Alanine. So I take 3 of their products every single day that I work out. The first product is Preworkout. So this is what their pre-workout container looks like. As you can see, it's cute. It has a little pre-workout, their thing, and then the flavor on it. Pre-workout is super good for energy. So their pre-workout in particular has caffeine in it, and it also has beta-alanine. So if you ever hear anyone who takes supplements talking about, oh my god, they're so itchy, oh my god, they're so itchy, I feel like I'm itchy from the inside out, that's the beta-alanine. That is what makes you feel that way. This has been really great because this gives you any energy. So if you lack energy, let's say you work out first thing in the morning like I do and you've been lacking energy, the pre-workout hits you and you are ready to go crush a workout, because it really keeps your heart rate up the whole time. It keeps you energized. It keeps you full of endurance. So it really does help with that aspect of your workout. If you are someone that is very sensitive to caffeine, pre-workout of any sort that has caffeine is probably not good for you. I am not the type of person who drinks any caffeine at all. Literally, I drink caffeine and I am up all night. Like the last time I had soda, I literally laid in bed and I was like, when is this feeling going to go away? I couldn't deal with it. But the caffeine in this, I adjusted to super quickly. I started out very slowly with a half scoop of pre-workout, and I've slowly worked my way up once I've developed my tolerance for pre-workout. So I would say if you're someone who wants to have more energy and more endurance, pre-workout is definitely a go-to staple. The other thing that I take from Alanine every single morning that I mix with my pre-workout is something called Pump. This is their pump container, what it looks like. It's obviously a bigger container and it has a bigger scoop, and this is the flavors that I have. The biggest difference between Pump and pre-workout is that Pump is stim-free, while pre-workout has caffeine in it. What stim-free means is that it just doesn't have any caffeine, it doesn't have that beta-alanine. So if you are someone that is sensitive to caffeine, 1010% lean towards the Pump. You can just take the Pump and not take the pre-workout. I take both, I stack them together, so in my drink that I sip on the way to the gym every single morning, I have both a scoop of pre-workout and typically about a half scoop of Pump. I don't take a full scoop because since I'm doing a full scoop of pre-workout, I don't take a full scoop of Pump, but you could do a full scoop of both. So this is not going to make you feel jittery. It's not going to do any of that, but you have a lot of the same benefits as the pre-workout than you do with the Pump. The big thing with Pump is that it's a vasodilator. So what that means is it opens up your blood vessels so more blood can rush to all of your muscles. So when you feel that jacked feeling, that's because of that. All the blood flow is flowing right directly to your muscles because of the Pump. So this also helps with your endurance. It makes you feel more energized the whole time because your muscles have ample amount of blood flowing through them. So this definitely helps with all of that. Again, I stack these two together. It's not a necessity, but I have really enjoyed putting them both together. So there's two different types of proteins. There's whey protein and there's plant protein. I take the plant protein from Alanine for no particular reason, just because I thought, since I've never taken a protein before, I would try out the plant protein. Whey protein, there's nothing wrong with it. It just comes from whey. It's a perfectly good source of protein. It's just not particularly what I wanted to try out. So I took their plant protein. Their plant protein is made of a bunch of obviously plants. It's made of like pumpkin seeds, it's made of watermelon seeds, things like that. And I was super nervous specifically about protein because everyone always talks about protein being super like chalky and things like that, and I didn't feel that way with this protein at all. I obviously haven't tried the whey protein from Alanine, but I did try their plant protein, and I mix it in every single day with a smoothie of some sort, either like a strawberry and banana and raspberry smoothie or a peanut butter and banana smoothie. And seriously, it is so good. They have two flavors. They have the chocolate and the fruity cereal. I've tried both and they're both super good. If you like anything chocolate flavored, you're gonna love their chocolate one. If you like Fruit Loops, you're gonna absolutely love their fruity cereal, because I swear to God, they just grounded those bad boys up, and that's their fruity cereal one. It's super good. Plant protein or whey protein is really good if you are the type of person who doesn't eat enough of protein. A lot of the times the biggest problem people have with protein is that it's very filling. So a lot of people don't get enough protein in throughout the course of their day for one reason or another, mostly because they just can't physically take in enough protein. So if you're the type of person, let's say you're a vegetarian, or let's just say you don't eat a ton of meat, or you don't eat a ton of animal-based products, it's going to be pretty difficult for you to get in the proper amount of protein. So I would recommend that that's the perfect time to get into a protein supplement like this. That's going to give you the opportunity to supplement the protein that you're lacking from your diet. So I think that's the perfect opportunity to take a protein of some sort. Protein is typically recommended to take anywhere from 15 minutes to at most like an hour and 45 minutes after you complete a workout. You could put it in throughout any course of your day. So let's say for lunch you wanted to take a protein smoothie with it, you wanted a protein shake with your lunch. There's nothing wrong with doing it in the middle of your day, but if you're really focused in on muscle growth, muscle development, it is recommended that you take your protein between 15 to an hour and a half after your workout is completed to get the maximum effects of like building back up the muscles that you just destroyed. My overall experiences with these three products have been super good. I didn't think that I would see any difference. I thought it was kind of going to be a waste of my money, in all honesty. I really didn't think I was going to see drastic changes in myself or the way that I worked out, and I am truly happy to say that it was not a waste of my money, because your girl isn't rich. All of these products, I have seen great results from it. I have loved the mix of the pre-workout and the pump every single morning. I'm so energized, so energetic to get in there, go crush a workout, go smash a session. I feel so energized the whole time. I feel ready to lift. I am able to lift more than I've ever been able to lift before. Part of that, of course, is due to the fact that I have been working out consistently, intensely for an extended period of time. That obviously makes a difference. However, the addition of these two supplements, having that extra energy, having that extra blood flow, having that extra endurance, that all makes a huge difference too. So having all of those things combined, I'm able to get such good lifts that I absolutely love, and I feel good while I'm doing it. I am not tired throughout the course of my workout, besides like the normal, like, oh my god, I think I'm gonna die during my leg day when I'm doing split squats, but that's like normal, but it keeps me so energized throughout my whole workout. As far as protein, I love the feeling after I finish my protein shake of feeling full, of feeling like I just had a good complete meal, because I don't take it as a meal replacement. I eat it with my smoothies, and then I also eat it with my breakfast. So that's how I incorporate it. I have seen a huge muscle growth in myself within the past probably 3-4 months while I've been taking these supplements. Of course, I've been lifting heavier, but not only just that, I feel like I've been able to lift heavier because of the supplements that I'm taking. So I've had an awesome experience, and I seriously would recommend it to anyone who is trying to like amp up their level. Something I have to, because I know you guys are going to come for me in the comments. I just know it. That you guys, I need to point out, supplements are not a necessity. I did 2 years, 3 years of my fitness journey supplement free. And I was able to get the growth and get the progress that I wanted without supplements. They just aid you. If you're willing to, if you're training hard, if you're working hard, they aid you in that growth and in that development, but they are not a necessity. So if you're the type of person who is very on the edge, very unsure about supplements, you do not have to do it. I can promise you, you will get all of the growth and all of the progress that you want. Maybe it'll just take you a little bit more time. Don't feel like you need to take supplements to complete your fitness or your health goals. 2 supplements that you're going to hear a ton about that I do not take, not for any particular reason, but I don't think they're a necessity for me right now in my goals, are creatine and BCAA. So BCAA stands for branched chain amino acids. So all amino acids are proteins that are broken down into its smallest form. Branched chain amino acids are something that people typically, you'll see them drinking during the course of their workout. So if you're ever at the gym and you see someone drinking like a weird colored thing during the course of their workout, typically that's their BCAAs. What they're supposed to do is they're supposed to aid someone in keeping hydrated throughout the course of the whole workout. They're supposed to decrease in muscle soreness because you're constantly providing your muscles with those little things that build up to make your big muscles. So they're supposed to help you in feeling less sore as well, because your muscles are constantly being built then by those little branched chain amino acids. You're also supposed to obviously not be as tired because you're constantly getting that source of hydration. If your muscles are feeling full of water, full of this, full of that, they're not going to get super tired. So that's another thing as well to keep in mind. There's no like pros or cons that I personally see towards branched chain amino acids. They're just not something that I find that I need in my life at this current point. I keep myself super hydrated. I don't feel like my muscles fatigue very easily. So if you're someone that finds themselves super dehydrated or your muscles fatigue, boom, like that, then maybe look into BCAAs, but other than that, you probably can just skip them altogether. The other thing that you are going to hear about a ton in the fitness industry is creatine. Creatine is something that occurs in our body naturally, so our body naturally makes creatine. We have an energy system called the phosphocreatine system. It's not important. I'm not going to get into super crazy scientific details on you guys, but the system is utilized when we are lifting super intensely, super fast, or if we're sprinting. So think about a track runner. When you're sprinting at like a 10 to 15 second amount total, the system that your body would be using is your phosphocreatine system, your PC system. So when we're lifting really heavy, like let's say you're a bodybuilder and you're deadlifting, you're doing 1 rep max, you are burning out all of the creatine that you have in the creatine. I keep saying it weird. Creatine. You are burning out all of the creatine that you have in your body, boom, like that. It takes 3 minutes, 3 full minutes of rest and recovery for your body to remake that creatine that you need to be able to do another deadlift. So for people that are lifting super intensely, for people that are bodybuilders, for people that are competing, for people that are like Olympic lifting, creatine is a great way for you to supplement, and so you don't have to wait those like full 3 minutes. You have the extra creatine in your body. You're able to combat some of the losses that you may feel because you're able to like supplement them, boom, just like that. So if you're taking creatine, in my mind, you should be someone that's a bodybuilder, an intense lifter. I don't think a regular exerciser needs to be taking creatine because you're probably, yes, you are using your PC system, but you also are using all of your other systems as well. So you don't need to worry about burning off that creatine. Your body remakes that for you. So for me, I would rather save my money and not get creatine. I don't have any crazy goals of becoming huge bodybuilder, crazy lifters. So I don't think it's super necessary to be using that. If you're doing Olympic lifts, if you're interested in bodybuilding or bikini competitions, it's good for you then. In my mind, it's not worth your time otherwise. Feel free to let me know in the comments down below if you feel differently. That's a personal opinion. Now I want to quickly get into some of the top questions that you guys asked me on my Instagram. So the first question is, why did I start taking them? I started taking them because honestly I was curious. I've always been interested in supplements, but I never really thought I'd commit to it just because they're not regulated by the FDA. So for me, I literally just started taking them because I was curious to see what they were about. I was like, oh, okay, I'll give it a 1-month trial. If I feel differently by the end of the month, I'll keep going. If I don't, whatever. It was a waste of $100, call it a day, and move on. But I fell in love with the feeling that I had during my lift and after my lift, and also the muscle growth, the muscle progress that I saw in the course of this month as well. So that's why I continued to take it. I honestly was like, can't hurt just for a month, and then I liked it, so I kept doing it. What is the cost? It can be pretty costly. For example, if I was to get all 3 of these products, they're typically anywhere from a 25 to 30 serving, which means 25 to 30 scoops. So if you're taking it every day or nearly every day, you're getting 25 to 30 days of use out of them. So essentially once per month, you're going to need to be getting more supplements if you're taking them on a pretty regular basis. Those 3 supplements, to get all of them, cost me anywhere from about $120 to $140 for this particular brand that I use. They're all around the same. Some are more, some are less, but for the most part, that's kind of the generic price you're going to see. If I only had to pick 2 things, which would I take? I would probably take the pump and the protein and get rid of the pre-workout. I have never been the type of person that needs caffeine in my life. I'm a naturally crazy energetic person, so I don't think that I need the pre-workout to have the energy. I do like the effects of it. I definitely don't regret taking it, but I think if I dropped it completely, I could get close to the same effect with just the pump and then the protein. And keep in mind when I'm using these terms, this is Alanine news terms. Every company has different terminologies, but the descriptions of the products are going to be pretty similar. They're all going to have something that's called pre-workout or something similar. They're going to have some type of pump, or it's called a bulk, or it's called something like that, and then they're going to have a protein. So the names may vary, but if you read the descriptions, it should all match up what I'm telling you for those things. Do I think it's worth it? I think it totally and completely depends on your goals and your financial status. That's a huge thing. If money became a thing that I needed to be super, super conscious of, that I couldn't spend $120 to $140 every month, month and a half, I would drop them like that. I don't think they're a necessity for me to be able to continue living a healthy lifestyle and to be able to continue reaching my goals. However, do I think it's worth it in the growth that I've seen? If I am able to continue doing it financially, 110%. If I'm able to continue supplying the money, I will continue taking them. Maybe I will stop taking pre-workout to not be addicted to caffeine for that time period, but I am very happy with the progress I've made taking supplements. I also think it depends a lot on your particular goals. If you just want to lead a healthy lifestyle, and if you are kind of just trying to get a little bit more fit and a little bit more active, I don't think they're a necessity for you to jump into them right away. If you're someone who kind of wants to take it up to that next level, I think it's totally worth giving it a try, because worst case scenario, you hate it and you never have to do it again. But I think if you're just someone who wants to be healthy and lead a healthy lifestyle, totally not a necessity. Okay, and then the last question that I'm going to get to, because I don't want this video to be crazy long like it tends to be, because I ramble, okay? That's who I am. Just accept me as who I am. What are your top brand recommendations? Of course, the brand that I have been taking, my tried and true, as of right now, is Alanine. I love it. I am not sponsored, nothing like that. Don't have an affiliate link. This is my true, honest opinion. If I didn't like something, I would tell you guys. This is the company that I have found the most success with. I have found nothing but good reviews from them. It was the reason that I started taking supplements in the first place, because I found a brand that I felt matched my goals and I also felt was worth my time. The 2 other companies that I would suggest are Transparent Labs. I've heard nothing but good things about them, and also Ghost. Those 2 are also very reliable, very reputable companies that I've heard very good things from not just fitness influencers, but from regular exercisers and regular people. I have heard nothing but good things about those two companies, and I have no reason to not try them. I do think that Transparent Labs kind of leans more towards males, and I do think Alanine New leans more towards females, and Ghost kind of covers them both. But I do think that you could obviously take Alanine New if you're a male, and you obviously can take Transparent Labs if you're a female. I just think from their marketing, from what I've seen, that is kind of how they lean. But those are the kind of top 3 brands that I've been seeing that I would personally try out, because I think from seeing their products and seeing people talk about them, that's what's actually worth their time. Alright guys, so that's going to wrap up our video for today. I hope you liked this little chat about supplements. I know they can be super confusing. I know people are really unsure if it's worth it or not worth it, if it's worth spending their time and their money on it. So I hope that I was able to kind of break it down a little bit, explain to you the specifics on the type of supplements, what they do for you. If you have any questions, please feel free to drop them in the comments down below. I will answer them to the best of my ability. I don't take all supplements, so I don't know the ins and outs of every single one. I can just talk about the ones I know about from what I've heard and read and learned about, and also the ones that I personally take. So if you like this video, make sure you go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. You know it supports your girl's channel. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you never miss another video that I post. Make sure that you check me out on my Instagram so you can see all the other fitness, health, and lifestyle content that I post on there. And I will catch you guys here next time.